Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day. We're going to enjoy watching some IS-7 action today. Jordan Scalf from the E clan. Boy Michamaisa, he says. And he is heading... Did you know that this map is called Canada? He's heading down the peninsula in Canada. And he is in a heavy tank. And look, he's got some big heavies with him. He's got an Object 277. He has an FV215B. He has a Super Conqueror platoon mate, a T-57 heavy. He's got an AMX 1390 ready to do some spotting. They are moving in force down the peninsula. It's always great to see that. When you move to a position where heavy tanks usually go and you have a lot of your teammates that come with you, you know that you can just steamroll through the enemies, take them out on their flank, and then continue around in a German pincer maneuver, surround them, and just easily win the game, right? Just win the game easily. So they're here in force. Let's watch the action. IS-7 hull down now. Oh, beautiful. Oh, wait, Kranwagen hull down. Oh, another one hull down. Oh, they're all hull down. They're all hull down, boys. So it's going to be a little harder than he thought. Look at all those hull down beasts. Time to press number 2. Oh, he's got nothing but number 2 pressed. He's packed 20. He had 28 armor piercing composite rigid shells with 303 pen. Yeah, well, it's old aside. Oh, I don't know where that shell went. It kind of dipped in the dirt. So he's moved into a position. His Super Conqueror friend is what? Yeah, snap the side. Oh, he almost had that if he was loaded. Snap the side. Oh, he missed again. Oh, I missed again. What are they doing? Shooting HE at him now? Yes, the Super Conqueror shooting HE at him. Snap him. Yes, 445 times. The enemies are making a mistake now. They're pushing forward. All right? The enemies are making a mistake. Well, maybe not. Maybe they're pushing forward in force. So, and he's got the upper plate of the IS-7, who's angled down because he's on a slope. This guy's in a perfect position. He's hull down. He's got a injured commander here. Why doesn't he fix his commander? Oh! The shell deviated towards the turret of the IS-7. The AMX 1390 doesn't want to play the game anymore. He's going... And he's died because he's a Muppet. With no patience, and now his shot deviated again and hit the IS-7 turret. The Super Conqueror shoots him back, and it's time for him to pull back a little bit. His friend in the Super Conqueror is calling, help. He cannot pull back. He wants to just shoot this. A 450 to him. This Kranwagen, who did not notice him, who was busy shooting his teammate, I guess. And now these two guys are fighting like bosses. They're trying to hold on, and he's coming around here. He's got to shoot this Kranwagen. Oh boy, what does he do? His Super Conqueror buddy has just surged forward, and he's decided to die as well, and now he's here by himself. Okay, you're gonna have to go and do something here. You're gonna have to put a shot into the Kranwagen, but he doesn't want to pull out and get tracked and then get shot 4 times, and he types in chat in capital letters, "Why not help us, idiotsa? Why not help us, idiotsa? Idiots, as always," says the Yag Tiger in the chat. Idiots, as always. Why not help us, idiotsa? But it ain't over. It ain't over till the fat lady sings, guys. Exciting world of tanks. He's down 1-9, but he's not going to give up. And watch the result that he achieves here. Here he goes. Defend the base, says the tortoise. Who has never left the base because he's a tortoise. I hope you all die fast, says the Yag Tiger. Well, he's not going to die fast. He's going to pull out and shoot one into the turret of the Kranwagen. Now, why is the Kranwagen just kind of sitting there? This is a little bit funny. Spanish and Brazilian animals, says the Yag Tiger. Why not help us, idiotsa? Spanish and Brazilian animals. Now, it's a little funny that the Kranwagen here wasn't really reacting to him. Oh, what's going on? Hey, wait a minute. Do I have the wrong replay here? What's going on? There's some strange... I took some notes. Oh! Oh, I thought I was showing the incredible comeback by IS-7. That's a different file. I'm showing you the wrong replay, guys. I'm sorry. I've got the wrong replay loaded. I accidentally... I thought I was showing you the game of the magnificent comeback by the IS-7, but I'm actually showing you another episode of game rigging cheating. Did you guys notice the game rigging cheating that went on? Did you notice how this game, they had no chance right from the beginning? Did you notice? Or were you too mesmerized by the great commentary? Or were you too focused on what he was doing, as everyone else that was playing the game was focused and didn't notice what was going on? Be honest, in the chat, did you notice the game rigging cheaters? I'll show them to you. Let's rewatch the game at double speed at the beginning here. We'll make the mini-map super huge so you can see what's going on. I'm going to go in third person so we find out exactly what his teammates were doing. Did you clue in a little bit when you saw that the Kranwagen really wasn't engaging him? You're wondering, well, why isn't the Kranwagen finishing him off? Well, you'll notice in the list of players that the Kranwagen on the enemy team is platooned with a Super Conqueror and an IS-7. There's a platoon on his team, the FV-215B, the Object 277, and the T-57 Heavy, which I very carefully in the commentary when we first watched the game let you know that he had a lot of players with him and it was going to be easy for him to win this flank. And we were focused in on him playing the game as he was focused. But if you go into third person and you see what his platoon mates were doing, this is what they did. The T-57 Heavy just sat there in a safe spot and did nothing. The FV-215B and the Object 277 just sat here in a safe spot and did nothing. Why would they do that? Well, because they were waiting. They were waiting for the enemy platoon to take out pretty much everyone else. The enemy platoon, the Kranwagen, Super Conqueror, and IS-7 on the enemy team were busy playing the game. Now, where's the IS-7 on the enemy team? Where's the IS-7? Nobody knows where the IS-7 is. There he is. Okay, he's moved up. There he is. He's the guy that bounced some shots. Now, the IS-7 on the enemy team did nothing but make himself a target. The Kranwagen here now is playing in... I'm wondering... You might have been wondering, why isn't the Kranwagen taking him out? Well, because the Kranwagen doesn't want to do any of the damage. The object in this game was to feed the Super Conqueror. So the Kranwagen not really interested in doing damage here. The Super Conqueror now is killing the FV-215B. As he shoots the IS-7, the Super Conqueror here is sitting up on top of the hill. And he's going to be farming these guys as they show themselves. Now the Object 277 moves out and sits sideways and lets the Super Conqueror feed on him. Right there. Super Conqueror and the T-57 Heavy now wakes up and moves into position. Oh, look, a fire! Wargaming's helping the game rigged cheater. And now the T-57 Heavy is sitting there in the open, allowing them to farm him. The Super Conqueror finishes off the T-57 Heavy. And surprise, the game's over. Let's look at the post-game stats. Oh no, let's not look at the post-game stats. Now look at this. The Kranwagen doesn't get the kill. He waits for the Super Conqueror to come up from behind. And the Super Conqueror gets the final kill as well. When we first started watching this video and I was doing the commentary as if it was a regular game, how long did it take you to realize that there were 6 game rigging cheaters in this game? How many of you noticed? How many of you even suspected that that was the case? This is typical. I would say that a lot of the players that played this game that went to the other flank, or even this guy that was playing when he was zoomed in, focusing on what he was doing. I showed you the first game from his perspective. He never zoomed out in third person and looked around. A lot of players, you know, they're so focused on the game. They're trying to win. They're trying to do the best they can. They don't look around at what their teammates are doing. You don't notice the game rigging cheaters on your own team sometimes when they're right behind you. It could be that these 3 players on his team decided to do nothing for the first half of the battle, and coincidentally when they decided to move, they all accidentally moved into the line of fire of the Super Conqueror, who killed the T-57 Heavy and killed the Object 277 and the FV-215B as they sat sideways in the open and allowed the Super Conqueror to shoot them over and over again without returning fire, while his teammate in the Kranwagen didn't take any of the damage and simply tried to distract the IS-7, which was the only player on their team that was really doing anything. It could all be a coincidence, and the fact that the IS-7 that was platooned with the Super Conqueror did 0 to allow the Super Conqueror to get most of the damage, and the Super Conqueror did more damage than everyone else. It could just be a coincidence, guys. There's no proof. But let's look at the post-games. But let's look at these accounts in detail anyway. So let's look at this IS-7 here. It's Cantor613. He is, of course, anonymized, but his real name is Magin. Imagine that. This game took place on the NA server. Magin is the executive officer of the JRM clan. Overall WN8 of close to 1,000, but over the last 100 battles has wallowed in meaninglessness. 34% win rate, and basically behaves as you observed in that battle. The other platoon mate of the Super Conqueror, the Kranwagen, is anonymized. In the replay file, you can see that his real name is Killrange Alt, who shows the opposite trend. Overall WN8 of only 900, but recently has been playing over the past 100 battles of over 2,000. He's gone from being a green player to a blue player now. The platoon on his team that just allowed themselves to be farmed, the T-57 Heavy, Slav94. Slav94 is actually an anonymized name. Very good wargaming. Slav94. That's a good anonymized name. His real name is whatever that is. This is a strange account, a private at the BLSTR clan. The account had a history of playing at about 1,000 or 900 WN8, and then a long period of inaction, and comes back as a red player, a little bit of peaks, and then periods of doing nothing. So it looks like a part-time, has periods where he helps boost people, and periods where he just plays. The Object 277 on his team that allowed himself to be farmed. He's also anonymized. His real name is Diego Corsantia. Diego, you can run, but you cannot hide. Diego's played 10,000 battles and has been crap for this full 10,000 battle career. Account created in 2019. An account that's so bad that it's obviously used simply to rig games. The FV-215B on his team that allowed himself to be farmed is anonymized. Real name, Vosjes1945_1. An account that for many months did absolutely nothing, and actually recently is starting to perk up a little bit and behave almost like a normal player. Maybe he's ashamed of his game rigging career and has changed his ways. Now, the T-57 Heavy was killed by Ace. The Object 277 was killed by Ace. And the FV-215B was killed by Ace. On the enemy team, the Super Conqueror, yes, his real name is Fracci. And surprise, surprise, it's always the case when you see these platoons working together that the guy that does all the damage is the good player that cares about his stats. Fracci, executive officer at the PPXG clan. So you guys let me know in the comment section, do you believe that this was game rigging, cheating? And what are your feelings about game rigging, cheating? Why am I still doing videos on game rigging, cheating? I don't want to do videos on game rigging, cheating, but you keep sending them to me because more and more of you are noticing this in games. And when I look at the accounts and I look at the histories, I see that there are accounts that do this or have those kind of statistics that are associated with game rigging, cheating. Like for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of games, sometimes thousands of games of doing 0 in a row. And Wargaming has no algorithm to flag those accounts or take any notice or any action on those accounts. And I want to know why. And I'll continue to make the videos and continue to bring forward this issue so that you guys can maybe share the video and try and raise awareness of it. Subscribe to the channel, help the channel grow. I really appreciate your guys' subs, supporting my work. Leave some comments and I'll catch you guys on the next one. P.S. If you were just playing the game and then you eventually died and moved on to the next one, would you have noticed that there was game rigged cheating? Would you have gone back and actually looked at the stats carefully? Or if you hadn't seen the game in third person, do you think a lot of the players that played that game maybe didn't even notice that it happened? I think the answer to that is yes. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.